Hello, it is Topical Tuesday, September 15th, 2020. Steve Sipress here enjoying a gorgeous sunset. I think it has something to do with still some remnants of ashes, something popping up on the screen here, from the wildfires that I think are still going on to the northeast of us over the mountains. But nevertheless, whatever it is here, it is a beautiful, gorgeous orange and purple sunset. Hope you can see it from wherever you are. And finally, somebody in power somewhere in America came to their senses yesterday. Some judge in Pennsylvania ruled that the anti-Trump, ridiculous, arbitrary, authoritarian governor of Pennsylvania, all of the ridiculous regulations and phases and rules and BS that has nothing, absolutely, of course, nothing to do with science and everything to do with politics and trying to destroy the economy and keep Trump from getting reelected. And these anti-Trump mayors and governors with all their over-regulations don't give a crap about how many of their own citizens they hurt. They just have one goal in mind, and that's this: we got to do anything we can to get rid of this Trump character out of the White House. And since they have not a viable candidate running against them who has anything to say for himself that could possibly be good. I mean, after all, didn't Trump get elected mainly because the Obama administration sucked so bad that it swept Trump, the most unlikely candidate, certainly in my lifetime, into office? And now the ridiculous response from the Democrats is, all right, so that's why they voted for Trump last time. Let's put the same cast of characters back up for election. What the hell? But anyway, so this all started about 6 months ago. Trump's biggest mistake of his lifetime, ordering the shutdown to begin with. And then, man, the anti-Trumper mayors and governors just smelled blood in the water and said, what a gift. We're just not going to open back up. Look at that. My automatic lights are going off here around sunset. They're starting to go on to light up our backyard. Love these lights, these, whatever they're called, where you don't even have to plug them into anything. They're solar lights, and they just pop on here at dusk. Very cool. It's either that or it's my entire lighting production crew here as I shoot this video has decided to put the lights on. There's another one on the other side here. Let's see if that one goes on too. Anyway, where was I? So that's it. Finally. I mean, I've been looking out my window ever since it's about 6 months ago, middle of March, and just waiting to see the Communist China flag flying outside my window and to see all the billboards and signs be written in Chinese. Because we've been living in a dictatorial, communist, my way, the highway country for 6 months now, where these anti-Trump mayors and governors, give a politician a tiny bit of power, they'll take it all, and they realize, holy crap, let's see, if I don't allow the schools to open, there are the other ones going on. If I don't allow the schools to open, that means that all the dual income families or the single moms, they can't possibly go back to work because they got to babysit their kids at home. And so that'll help hurt the economy, help knock the economy down. And so that's one thing they love doing. Has nothing to do with science, not opening the schools, of course. The whole thing is BS. I mean, and it's been proven to us the whole time. All this rioting and looting and marching and protesting in the streets proves that large groups of people doesn't make any difference to this thing. And wearing masks, talk about an unscientific thing. No one with a brain could possibly think that a piece of cloth over somebody's mouth and nose, somehow the virus can't get through that. The virus is so suddenly stupid that you can't get or give the virus. If you're contagious, you can't give it. And if you don't have it and someone else is near you is contagious, you can't get it because of a stupid little piece of cloth on the front of your face. I mean, the whole thing is so stupid. There is just no science behind any of this stuff. There's not even common sense behind any of it. And again, it's proven all the time as you see large gatherings of people. So I'm pretty sure that millions of people, not everybody yet, because there's still people so clouded with Trump derangement syndrome, that they really think that masks matter and oh, we got to lock everything down and we can't open bars and gyms and restaurants and unless people eat outside and all this BS. Finally, we got a judge who decided. I mean, I guess the courts would take some time. You know, whoever was suing there gave some time to the governor or the mayor or whoever to like lift these restrictions already, and then we're going to sue. Then it goes through the court. Well, now it's got to go on appeal, and then it'll go up to the Supreme Court or whatever. And by then, hopefully, please, we'll be back to living a normal life. I mean, the whole world has flipped in the last 6 months. I've been alive for a bunch of decades now, and I've never before seen where just because a certain group of people is susceptible or has a fear of some kind of pain they could have, everyone else has to stop doing everything they want to do. I mean, if I have a morbid fear of flying, planes do crash, or I have a fear of driving in cars crash every day, suddenly everyone should not be allowed to drive anymore because I think I might get in a car crash. I mean, if I think I might catch a disease, guess what? I stay home. Not everyone else stays home. Not we shut down the Final Four, and here in the Phoenix, Scottsdale area, we just end spring training, and we shut down all the everything, and we put all these stupid, arbitrary, non-scientific BS, purely political rules and regulations into place. And this judge came out, I didn't read the whole thing, but the gist of it, as he just said, it's totally un-American. Whatever happened to land of the free, home of the brave? I have been living in the twilight zone here, in the land of the overregulated and controlled, and the home of the fearful. I mean, that's what we've turned into. Oh, at first it was flatten the curve. Now it's like, oh, I'm not leaving the house until there's a 0% chance that I will, have some sniffles and a cough for a few days. Like, you got to be kidding me. Every year the flu comes around. Do you not leave the house? Do you never drive in a car? Do you think we should lower the speed limit to 3 miles an hour so there's never any fatal car crashes anymore? Should we ground all the planes forever? There's no more plane crashes. I mean, we can play this game forever and live in complete safety. Just never leave your house. Curl up in a ball in the bathtub all day long. Like, that's not America. So cut the crap. Let everyone get their life back. And stop with the BS, because it's going to backfire. It already is. People are not stupid. Everyone sees right through it that all the shutdown, keep it locked down BS, or Biden, I'd lock it back down. What a total moron to even say such a thing, is all such unscientific, arbitrary, authoritarian BS. Americans are getting fed up with it, especially, you would think, in these anti-Trump cities, which is basically all the big cities in America, where they pay the highest taxes of anybody. What are they paying the taxes for? You know, I'm from New York City. I mean, the only reason people live in New York City and pay the absurd high standard of living and the high taxes is because of the hustle and bustle and all the excitement, all the things to do, Broadway, all the sports going on, all the clubs, all the restaurants, all the activity, none of that. Now you live in a tiny shoebox for $5,000 a month, pay high taxes, and have nothing on the upside for it. I think it's all backfiring. I think that they overplayed their hand, these anti-Trump politicians, these liberal anti-Trump Democrat governors and mayors thought that this is what we'll do. I don't care how much it hurts my citizens. They never care about the citizens. No politicians do. But this will get Trump out of office. Well, you got a couple of months to go against the election, and people are getting fed up with this crap, and they're seeing right through it. And your rioting and looting didn't help. You're protesting because that made it pretty clear that this is not some wildly contagious, wildly deathly thing going on. Anyway, that's it for today. I am celebrating the news that finally somebody exercised some common sense and said, this is America, damn it. We are not in communist China where the government tells you when you can and when you can't run a business or what type of business. You're out of business because I deem you're an inessential person. You and your family, not essential. Therefore, we're going to get you foreclosed on, evicted, turn your lights off, and get you to declare bankruptcy and shut down your business because we say so, because we want Trump out of office. I mean, that's bottom line what's been going on for 6 months. Maybe. Maybe. I haven't looked it up, but hopefully there are more court cases going through the courts, so it's not just this one judge. There's more and more, and maybe just one of these anti-Trump mayors or governors will come to their senses and let the people be Americans again, let there be some freedom, and we can just get back to enjoying life. I mean, if they only wouldn't have minded as much if they shut it down and there was some sports to watch on TV, but they shut all that down too. Or there were some new movies coming out, but now they shut down all the movie making. I mean, to be shut down and to have everything in the outside world shut down, I mean, that's pretty bad. I've been locked down before. I've been sick. You know, stay in bed for a week. I remember that as a kid. You can't go to school, you can't whatever, but there's stuff going on in the world to talk about, to watch on TV, to see, to dream about getting back to. Like, there's been total crap. America has been a totally crappy country for 6 months because of these ridiculous anti-Trumpers inside and outside the government. It's just a total disgrace. So hopefully the nonsense is ending soon. All right, Jim is here, and Toby is here, and oh, I missed a whole bunch of other people that are here, but I don't see any questions, comments, or concerns. So as the sun sets in the west with a gorgeous, spectacular sunset behind me, that'll do it for my rant here on Topical Tuesday. And just to bring home to a business message, by the way, I was talking to, I do a lot of these strategy sessions. Go to helpfromsteve.com and I'll help you out. And I was talking to somebody today and relaying, which I say over and over, 90% of the population is not business owners. A lot of them are having a real lousy time and a tough time and a lot of depression and a lot of, blown marriages and child abuse and foreclosures and job loss and bankruptcy and depression and suicide and all this kind of stuff. Obviously, the shutdown hurting many, 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 many more people in much tougher ways than the virus ever could in anyone's wildest imagination. And but for entrepreneurs, for the few percent of the population that's entrepreneurs that have gone with the flow and transitioned and made some changes. I mean, changing times is when all the wealth is made, and earth-shaking changes have been going on in the last few months. So the business owners that are sitting there staunchly, frustratingly, stubbornly refusing to change and just begging or suing government officials, can't we just open up and pretty much do the same thing we've been doing? Like, really? Then you're having a really rough summer and you're miserable and you're complaining, and they put all those on TV and like, woe is us, poor us, they're shutting us down, they're taking us license, we have to sue the mayor or we're going out of business. Like, be an entrepreneur, be opportunity minded. Say, okay, the world is shifting, where am I going to shift? So many businesses are absolutely booming. This has been a phenomenal boom time, and the boom is going to continue for months and years to come, likely, as things shake out, new opportunities arise, and those that look for them, know what to look for, and seize them, are going to look back and go, holy crap, I don't wish bad times or bad or ill, all the crap that's come from this lockdown, all the suicides and broken marriages and abused kids and just ruined lives. And of course, also, a few people that died from this disease, not just with the disease, but there's very few that died from the disease itself. Like, okay, but many more that just had their lives ruined by lockdown than by the virus. But are you going to look back and say, yeah, and that was a horrible time for me? Not if you're a forward-thinking entrepreneur. If you're not getting the right input and you don't want to go to Help from Steve, get some help from somebody else and get on the right track so you can recognize the opportunities that are abounding all around you and pick one and take advantage already. In fact, pick 5 and take advantage. Let's have a party. And then maybe we'll be allowed to even go to concerts and go to games and go out to eat and stuff like that again. Who knows? Maybe we'll be out of communist China. Let's see if more judges can follow the lead and have a brain and make the proper ruling on these cases. Anyway, that's it for Topical Tuesday. Thanks for being here, and I'll catch you tomorrow on World Wide Web Wednesday.